let's dive in. Today, we're talking about something absolutely critical in crypto: wallets. If you get this part right, you're golden. But if you get it wrong, you could lose everything. So, yeah, let's get this right. First things first, we need to talk about risk, because I'm willing to bet that what you think is the biggest danger in crypto, well, it probably isn't. So, let me ask you, what's the number one thing that pops into your head when you hear crypto risk? Just take a second. What's the big, scary monster everyone talks about? For most people, the answer is immediate: volatility, right? Those insane price swings that make the headlines. And yeah, that's a real thing, for sure. But is it the biggest danger to your actual funds? No way, not even close. The real killer, the thing you have to watch out for, is security. And listen to this, because it's so important. The vast, vast majority of money that's lost in this space doesn't disappear in a market crash. It's lost because of really simple, avoidable security mistakes. And that brings us to the very heart of this whole thing. We need to completely rewire our brains about what a crypto wallet actually is, because it really is all about the keys. So what is a wallet? Okay, first thing you got to do is get the image of a leather billfold out of your head. That's not what this is. A much better way to think about it is like a high-tech keychain. It doesn't actually hold your money, it just holds the keys, your private keys, that give you access to your coins out there on the blockchain. Let this sink in for a second, because it is the most important concept to grasp. The wallet doesn't hold the coins, it holds the keys. Your crypto, your coins, they never leave the blockchain. They are always on that digital ledger. All your wallet does is hold that one secret magic key that proves you're the owner and lets you do stuff with them. Once you get that, everything else clicks into place. Okay, so now that we've got the concept down, let's open up the toolbox. Because that's what this is. You've got different kinds of wallets, and you've got to know which tool to use for which job. So the two main categories are hot wallets and cold wallets. A hot wallet is hot because it's always connected to the internet. Think of it like your checking account or the cash you carry around. It's super convenient for everyday things like trading or grabbing an NFT. But because it's online, it's also more vulnerable. A cold wallet, that's the exact opposite. It's completely offline. This is your home safe. It's where you put your valuables for long-term storage, offering the best possible protection from online hackers. And to put some real names to these concepts, for that Fort Knox-level security, for your long-term savings, what we call hodling, you're looking at hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor. These are the undisputed champs. For the daily grind, interacting with DeFi or NFTs, you'll probably be using a software wallet like MetaMask for anything Ethereum-based, or maybe Phantom if you're on Solana. And if you're just starting out and want something super easy to use that can hold lots of different coins, wallets like Trust Wallet or Gorda are a great place to start. Now, knowing the tools is one thing. Using them correctly, that's a whole other ballgame. So to really see how this plays out in the real world, I want to introduce you to someone. Let's call him Carlos. And Carlos, well, he is about to make every single mistake in the book. So here's the tragic story of Carlos in 4 acts. First, the risky click. He saw a shady website promising crazy returns, connected his wallet, and just clicked approve on a transaction without reading it. Poof, funds drained instantly. Second mistake, the digital seed. To keep his seed phrase safe, he took a picture of it and saved it to Google Drive. Bad idea. His email got hacked, the attacker found the photo, and his entire wallet was gone. Third, one wallet to rule them all. He used the exact same wallet for his life savings, his prized NFTs, and for playing around with risky new apps. One of those apps had a bad contract, and it didn't just take his play money, it took everything. And finally, the exchange illusion. He left a big chunk of his savings on an exchange because it was easy. Then one day, the exchange just froze withdrawals. His funds were trapped, and there was nothing he could do. Okay, I'm going to pause the story right here, because that second mistake Carlos made, the digital seed phrase, this is it. This is the single most important rule in all of crypto, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. Your seed phrase, those 12 or 24 magic words, can only exist in the physical world. Write it on paper, stamp it in metal, but never, ever, ever save it digitally. Not in a photo, not in an email, not in a password manager. Offline only. Period. The story of poor Carlos really drives home some hard truths, doesn't it? Mixing your savings with your risky bets in one wallet is a recipe for disaster. And trusting an exchange with your long-term holdings means you're trusting them with your keys. And that brings us to the most famous saying in all of crypto: Not your keys, not your coins. If you don't control them, you don't truly own them. All right, enough of the horror story. Let's flip the script. We've learned from Carlos's mistakes, so now it's time to build your personal security master plan. We can boil it all down to 5 simple, powerful commandments. Here they are, your 5 security commandments. Number 1, you never share your seed phrase. Not with a helpful person in a DM, not with customer support. No one, ever. Number 2, we just covered this. Store that phrase offline, on physical material. Number 3, basic digital hygiene. Use strong, unique passwords everywhere. Number 4, keep your stuff updated. Your wallet software, your computer's operating system, update them. Those updates often patch security holes. And number 5, don't use an exchange as a savings account. For long-term storage, get your assets off the exchange and into a wallet where you control the keys. You know, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. If you take away just one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. The weakest link in crypto security isn't the blockchain or the code. It's us. The technology is incredibly secure. Our habits are what determine whether we stay safe or not. And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? Taking responsibility for your own security might seem like a chore at first, but it's not. It's the entire reason this technology is so revolutionary, because in crypto, having that control is freedom. Thanks for tuning in.